Alright, I think this needs to come up a little. Alrighty. Hello, hello, and welcome. Welcome back. I haven't even moved this. Eesh. How's everybody doing tonight? Let me know if the music and the microphone here are a little out of balance. Went with the Innoventions background music tonight. Not for any particular reason. But yeah, Heather, we seem to be in business here. Things seem to be working as anticipated, as expected. I'm gonna give everybody, let's say, like 5 minutes. Hello, Aiden M. Welcome. I'm gonna give everybody maybe like 5 minutes to gather up their pencils, sharpen them, piece of paper, all the things that you need to participate tonight. How we all doing tonight? I see Lizette is back, Justine is back. Welcome, welcome. I don't know if Aiden Ball is still here, but if you are, hello. It is officially 9 p.m. here on the East Coast, Walt Disney World time. We're gonna give everybody 5 minutes. Today, I will tell you, we are starting off with, because the anniversary for Fantasia is coming up, I believe, on Friday. We're going to be doing some stuff themed to that. So our starter, our warm-up, is going to be themed to Fantasia, as well as our main sketch that we're going to be doing. Oh, yeah, this shirt, I definitely stretched it out today. I wore it the entire day, so I still wanted to wear it, even though it's not like, you know what happens like when you wear a shirt the whole day and it gets like baggy? It's not as form-fitting. Yeah. But anyway, I hope YouTube behaves tonight. If you guys didn't catch what happened with YouTube, there was like huge downtime about an hour ago, like not a single video would open or load. The website seemed to be loading okay, but then that seemed like it. The rest of it, just nothing was happening. And thanks for the reminder, Heather. If you guys could, I would love if you would throw the stream a quick like so that it helps other people find the stream. I have switched over and gotten away from the Animation Academy name because it is something that's trademarked by Disney from what I found out. The Animation Experience and Animation Academy. So unfortunately that is copyrighted or trademarked. which I don't even know what the difference really is between the two. Alright, we're gonna wait 2 more minutes. Hello, Maribel. Thanks for stopping by to say hello. I can already see the concurrent viewers thing like going up and down. Like, that doesn't look right. Alright, I hope you guys are ready for this warm-up. It's gonna be ridiculous. We're gonna do this quick, like, 15 minutes or so, and we're all gonna have a good laugh about it. It's not as bad as Jessica Rabbit, though. So I apologize for everyone who was along for the ride for that one last week. Oh yeah, it's gonna get real strange real fast. It's almost 9:05, guys. Hope you're ready. Actually, with the delay, thank you, Jen. With the delay, it's probably 9:05 by the time I say it's 9:05. It's probably like almost 9:06. That's so funny. I wish I could bring down the delay of like between the streaming and all that stuff, but you need like such a good connection for that. Alright guys, I hope everybody is ready for this. We are going to start this with the Hyacinth Hippo, otherwise known as the Dancing Hippo from Fantasia. We're going to just go for this, okay? We're just going to go for this. If you guys want, I have this set because I'm broadcasting in widescreen, but if you would like to, set your page vertically because we're going to do the full body. That's right. We're going to try to do this in about 15 minutes. This is just the warm-up, okay? So, right at the top, we're going to draw a circle about size of, I want to say like a quarter or so. Then next to that, we're kind of going to estimate the mouth or snout. That is going to be kind of this sort of shape here. Almost like a boxy beak. And then we'll round it out later. But it is going to flatten out in line with the bottom of the circle here. Then just around that midpoint, I'm just giving it a little definition. We already have an idea of where an ear and such would go. Then I'm going to quickly kind of block out where an arm will go. Somewhere around here. Then I'm going to block out a torso with a very light square. About, let's see, this distance apart, the peak of it about here, and then the other peak here, going about the same length as the head, if not just a smidge more. Just making this kind of weird rectangle here. Alrighty. Then, kind of coming out of the middle here, I'm blocking out where the other hand will be coming from. Then we're going to draw a large circle, which is about the same size as the entirety of what we've already drawn, height-wise. So a very large circle indeed. And then I'm going to block out some legs and such. So about halfway down from here, halfway point down here, drawing foot, kind of just blocking out where that foot's going to go. And then about from this peak straight down where the knee will be, and then sort of where the foot is going to be. All right. Gonna just check on chat real quick. This is just blocking out the form. If this isn't looking like the pose that you ideally want, it's just going to be that typical, the hippo from Fantasia on one foot, kind of out with the rest of the limbs. Yep, this is just the warm-up. Yeah, we're just trying to get warmed up. We're just trying to... This is the fun part where we can make mistakes, take risks, do things we otherwise wouldn't try to be attempting. That's how I treat it. It's like, you know what? I've never drawn one of those hippos. Those hippos make me laugh. They make me smile. It's great animation. Let me try my hand at just going for it and drawing one without really putting any pressure on myself to do it. Maybe if I was really trying to make a meal out of it, sure, we would take our time and maybe do this for like a half hour. But in the end, I have a hippo that I probably would want to revisit. I've never drawn a hippo before. I don't know how many hippos the rest of you guys have drawn, but I have zero experience drawing hippos, so I like to just go for it. All that being said, let us start giving this hippo some shape here. Why don't we? Alright, the first thing we're going to do here is kind of outline the entirety of the snout here. We know that at the midway point, there needs to be like a little smile of some kind, so it's going to go down this way, and then it's going to come up into this nice little smirk about halfway into the circle. This is basically the skull here, right? So if we go up from that little smile line here to start creating where the eyes should be, it's going to be somewhere between, imagine this snout extending a little bit, and then the smile line here where the eye will go. Because one bit of the eye is going to be here. So that's the left eye there, and then the right eye is going to be here. And remember, this is just where the eye is going to sit. This isn't like the whole eye. It's not like a frog. It's going to look a little bit different than that. Then immediately behind that, we're going to set the ear. And then I want to finish outlining the rest of this mouth. It's just going to come up and all the way around to that ear. Then coming out from that area, I want to bring this all the way down for the neck. Alrighty. Now I want to start giving the rest of the body some shape, and once we have the body sort of shaped out, at least the torso up here, we can add the arms. So from this area here, we want to bring this down sorta to this area here. This is both going to intersect with the arm on this side, and then this will come down here. Going to create sort of a little line here, then extending down, and then this is going to go, there's a line that's going to connect from up here at the chin. It's going to take all elements that we've sketched there into one big curve. All right. Then over here, there's going to be a line that's going to extend down towards the foot. And there's that weird sort of potato shape that we have. All right. I'm going to pause there for a sec. Checking in on chat here. See, everybody's busy with their hippos, so I think I'm going to keep on going here with the arm. So let's work on the right arm first. So it looks like we have here lower part of the arm, another connecting part that will connect to the hand, overlapping part, and then the rest will just be the hand itself, and we'll do the hand shape like the digits and all that stuff after this section. Let's see. So we have basically this shape that I just want to give a little more definition. Then under here. Okay. There it is. Just realize one arm is much bigger than the other, so I'm just straightening that out real quick. All right, the rest of the body here. Remember, we have to make room for wherever that tutu is going. And the tutu is going to be a very quick detail that, yes, you could take your time with it, but I'm not too worried about it. If it's perfect or not or whatever. Right now, I'm just leaving like a little spot for where the legs will go. So now we're going to give the face a little bit more shape. I'm just going to check chat real quick. All right. Doesn't look like everyone's busy with this lovely hippo here. All right. So, I'm going to just make sure to draw like the chin part here. That looks like the most significant thing that I missed before. Then the other thing is the nose. I'm trying to put in right there. Then if you want some dots, just to indicate where the hair is coming out of. Then we want to draw an eye here. Just gonna go right here. And then, of course, the eyelashes are very important. So, 1, 2, 3. Should probably fill this in a little bit better, eh? Alright. Not quite the grin that I wanted, but not bad. I'm happy with that. Hey, Sammy! It's not too late to catch up on your Hyacinth Hippo here. I also didn't realize that I was so zoomed out. There we go. Sorry about that. So the next thing we're doing here is adding digits to the hands, so fingers. So just a little part of the palm there. Thumb. And then a couple fingers here. At least the ones that I see seems to be like obscured pretty quickly by the front digits there. I don't even know. I assume that these are 4-digit characters. It's gonna be hard for me to really see because I draw pretty hard for it to show up on the camera. If I just draw 4 digits here, if it's really obvious or not, probably isn't. But since we're here drawing and finishing appendages, we'll do this. Whoops, that's a little too big there. That was excessive. But this will go straight back. And then we'll put a slipper on that. It looks like there's another little... I don't know what that extra little line is, but while I'm here, I'll draw a little bit of that string that keeps the ballet slipper on there. Then we'll finish here. Alright, that looks like it just comes here. And then finishes there. And then we have to add the little ballet slipper lines there. Everything that keeps it on. Ta-da! Alright, now... what kind of... I guess there's a tail just above the heel here. But then we have to draw the tutu. So, it is actually right here, and you kind of have an idea of where it should go. So just imagine this right here. Now, let's see. It's the best way to describe what's going on here. First of all, we'll come out this way. And then if you wanted to create a line around it, that's kind of how it would go. I'm gonna see how many lines, how hard this would be to kind of do freehand without giving it more shape. And it is quite difficult. If you do something like this, maybe it's a little easier. So bring it up into peaks and valleys, and then you can bring it all together in the end here with a few lines. And okay. There's not really too much motion to this poor thing, to that tutu, because the I guess it looks like the peaks and valleys should have been more severe or more extreme, and then the lines are sort of ballast to that. As long as you have that motion, that'll give it to you that sense of it's actually twirling. Yes, Sammy's here. I am glad that... Yeah, this is just the warm-up. So, no worries. That's why I did it kind of like a smaller scale, so I could... sometimes I try and I mess up on judging how tall something should be like this. And even blocking it out makes it... It's even difficult with that, but... Anyway, I think Hyacinth Hippo, not bad. I didn't even know that that's officially what it was called. I just thought it would be fun to do for the anniversary of Fantasia, and it's probably something you wouldn't get to do at Disney, even though I think... Are they still having some sort of Animation Academy-like experience? I'm not even certain. Anyway, I'll give you guys, let's say, I don't know, like 3 minutes. We'll take a quick 3-minute break here, and we'll resume with our next drawing. I have no idea if my animations are working. I was gonna try to check that real quick while we're paused right here. I had them timed to go off every 5 minutes or so, but I don't know if they're working. It's interesting how reflective this thing has gotten. The more you zoom in, the more reflective it is. It's very dark from my from my vantage point, but because it is the pencil lead, that it's super shiny. Oh, there goes the animation. Cool. So it is working. Tried adding some animation so I didn't have to repeat myself so often. Alright guys, any guesses what we're going to do since we're celebrating the anniversary of Fantasia coming up on Friday? It's so funny how much slower chat is. But nobody said it, but I think we're going to do Sorcerer Mickey. It's really hard with the delay to have an interactive moment like that, silly me. But thank you, Jen. I appreciate it. That's how big of a delay there is. It's about 30 seconds or so. So, for Sorcerer Mickey, you want to start about down here. We're going to start with a circle. About this big. want to make room for the hat, so I'm down here in this vicinity. All right. I'm sorry, Sammy. I'm like 30 seconds in the future. It's so weird. And then once you have your circle, we're going to bisect it with a curved line. We're going to have them sort of looking that way and a little tilted down that way. So imagine instead of going straight down, we're going curved like this, and then curved like that. So he's looking sort of this way. Then I think we're going to move his ears. So his ears would normally be centered on the circle here. So we're going to sort of like pivot them, I think, a little bit. Double checking my source here. So yeah, what we want to do is kind of have the ear instead sort of out this way. So instead of like right in the center, we're going to move it down just ever so slightly towards this midline here. And then the ear will be about a third of his face there. Whoops. There's that ear. It's a terrible ear. It looks more like a balloon. I haven't drawn Mickey in how long? Actual Mickey. I'm not sure. Alright, so just like, since we're dropping this ear, we're going to want to pick up that ear. So instead of here, it's going to be moved over a little bit. So we're going to want to bring that ear sort of in this vicinity. Alright. Let me make sure it's kind of the same dimensions. Then we're going to draw the hat, which is basically going to go to the top of the page. It's like 2.5 heights, 1 and then a half. So it's basically going from the top of the page down, and it'll look something like this. And there. Then it's going to bisect right down the middle of the ear. Sure not to make him look like an elf. That would be funny. Alrighty. From here, the guide that I have is drawing the eyes, which I think is difficult, but we'll go for it. We're going to do one eye. It's going to be about 2/3 of the way up right here, and then a second eye right next to it, just barely touching that midline, and again 2/3 of the way up. All right. Then from here, the guide has us drawing the nose right on top of that, which again, I think is a strange strategy, but we're gonna go for it. It's gonna just barely cross the bottom here, and then come down to the bottom of the original circle. Then within that, we're gonna draw the nose. Now if you follow that line down here, that's kind of what I'm going to be using to be making the mouth. So I want to go up here and have the mouth extend along there. Then from that line, I'm trying to actually gauge this because this person's guidelines are terrible, and this is what I get for not making my own sort of strategy for this. But we're gonna just bring that around, down, add a tongue, and here we are. There's a mouth. Not particularly happy with that one, because it should have been a little bit bigger, I think. That should have been bigger. But there's no going back now, so we're gonna quickly draw kind of the outline of the rest of the mouth. Bring this around here, just above where the tongue is. Then we want to draw that big old cheek. So from here, generally, down and around. So then this right here is going to be the thing that frames the rest of the face, right? So I don't even know what to call it in particular, this like part of the body on Mickey, but that's what where this is going. So this goes all the way up, very close to the guideline, then comes down a little bit here, then comes back up, about to the guideline, and then this sort of curve is going to meet the curvature down here of this cheek. Something like that. You want it to basically roughly work with the circular nature of the snout here. Alright, then we're going to throw some eyes in here. Right here. And then somewhere around here, we want to add the hat line. It's going to just barely show the tip of the, or the peak here of whatever that is. So we have that line, and then from here we need to sort of draw where the brim is. So you have this line here, and then the brim, which it looks like, it should be about the same size as the nose was, so I'm just comparing it there. It's pretty big. And it will wrap around all the way down here. And then, since we have that going, you can add the crescent moon. Then we'll add stars in a second. I just want to get the general shape going here. So there's a little line going in there, and then we'll continue this on right here. So we'll want to add a star somewhere around here. And then we'll add another star somewhere up here. Then from there you can add the outline of this ear here. I was wrong to put, I forgot this little part of the face here. And then this ear actually needs to go in front of the brim to make it believable. And then this part of the ear will connect to the rest of the face. So this has to go almost in front there. And then that, I'm just sort of trying to blend everything here and darken all of this stuff here so that it makes more sense. Alright, I think the next thing I'm going to do is fill in all this black here. But if you want, one thing that'll make it look a little bit better is if you make that star a little bit bigger. I'm just quickly shading all this in. And I'll check in on chat in a second. Alright, how's everybody doing out there? I think I need to make his eye a little bit bigger so they match a little bit more here. But I think that's the general idea. You get the gist of it. I think I got wonky instructions. Not being able to see every step simultaneously was usually, it's usually a lot harder. I didn't realize where this guy was going with it. So that's my mistake. That'll teach me to do anything based off of a video. Really good results in the end, but really hard to follow in the beginning. Only the 4th time doing this now, so I think we're on our way to figuring out what works with this whole process here. And just as a reminder, since we're nearing the end here, that if you're enjoying the stream, I do not have my super chats enabled or anything like that. I ask everybody send anything that they would share with me to the cast member pantry, okay? And while everybody is finishing up their Sorcerer Mickeys, I'm gonna get ready with the next one, because as you know, it is National Sundae Day, and we always finish with something sorta cute. So I think you guys know where I'm going with this. We're gonna do the cute sundae. Thank you for putting the links in the chat, Heather. I also have them in the description. Alright guys, so if you want to know what we're going to go for next, it's right here. Alright, picture it clearly in your mind, the cute ice cream. And you can do whatever you want with the toppings. It doesn't have to be this flavor. I'm assuming this is mint chocolate chip. It does not have to be mint and chocolate chip. It can be whatever flavor you want, okay? I tried to click on the image, and it was actually an eBay posting, which apparently they're going for $17, which is kind of crazy. I don't think I would pay that much. Let's check. Let's get this going here. That was all sorts of zoomed in. Why didn't anybody tell me? Alrighty. Let us do this. Now, if you guys were here last week and did the cotton candy, this is going to be very similar. Similar shapes here. Except it's going to have to be just a tiny bit smaller in order to allow for any toppings that you guys want. So I'm going to create the big scoop here. Then sort of like the rounded section that's going to go into the to the cone, but in between that, it's going to be like that little melted section that's going to go between the cone. That's kind of what they were simulating there, I guess. And then you'll have the cone itself. Then according to this thing, it has a little chocolate that is dripping here. There's no other signs of there being hot fudge on this thing. Or maybe it's a dipped cone for all I know. I do not know personally. But I'm just going to quickly fill it in. Then I will do the waffle cone sort of pattern on here real quick. Let's see. I think it's going to come down something like this. Alright, there goes a waffle cone. There goes the chocolate dipping of it. Now if you want to add your toppings into the ice cream, this is your chance to do it. So I'm going to stick with the mint chocolate chip. But remember, you're welcome to do whatever you want. I'm just going to put in a couple chocolate chips here and there. And then we'll get to the face. Or should we do the ears first? I'm thinking the ears first. Now the ears look like there's some sort of like little chocolate inserts of some kind. Like they stuck them in there like little Oreos or something. And I want to make sure to make this match, so it's one thing that I certainly need practice with. It's making my ears about the same size. And then we'll add a little cherry on top of there. Alright, so now, because this is chocolate, I'm going to quickly sketch it in. And then let's add we're going to add the face now with a little smile. And then we'll add some chocolate chips or whatever flavor it is you want. So now that that's there. I think I want the face to be here. And then here. So like right in the middle, just off to the side there. And that's it. Let's color in this eye. We'll color in that eye. And call it good. Now the bad thing that I'm realizing is if I make these chocolate chips too big, they might look like many eyes. And then it'll look like, I don't know what. Like potato ice cream or something? I have no idea. Maybe it's adolescent ice cream has acne that comes in the form of chocolate chips. He kind of wants eyebrows. I don't know why. Some part of me thinks he should have an eyebrow. But there he is, the mint chocolate chip. Thanks, Jen. Just saw that. I don't know. I'm just like, this reminds me of something I would see in Adventure Time, okay? And they do stuff like that where it's like, oh, the chocolate chips. Oh my gosh. I hate being a teenager. I got all these chips all over my face. Or isn't that the one where there was Princess Cookie? And it was a mailman who was a cookie that wished they could be a princess? I don't know. I mean, it's like chips having craters, you know? It's almost the same thing, right? I don't know where I'm going with any of this. I'm just making things up as we go here. I swear I don't talk to myself like this when I'm drawing by myself. You're proud of your Mickey. I hope that means that you will tag me in the Mickey that you drew. That would be awesome. I would love that so, so much. And that goes for everybody who's drawn tonight. If you would like to share whatever you've drawn, please tag me in it so I can see what you did. And I think that's it for the night. So I'm gonna hang out for a couple of minutes here while I break down my stuff. But yeah. Thank you all once again for a wonderful little drawing session, diversion. I am still working on getting together all the music and stuff. So there's some that you won't share the ice cream? No, send it to me. I want to see. Come on. I'm sure it looks amazing. I'm going to take a photo of my ice cream right now. I'm gonna share it with the world. My poor little ice cream. How about we go back to the Sorcerer Mickey? We'll share that poor nonsense. Poor guy. Then I'll even share my hippo on the Instagrams. I'm so glad you had fun, Lizette. I am learning a lot about just finding things to draw and like what excites me to draw. Like the hippo, I was legitimately excited to draw that. Like, why the heck not? I love Fantasia. I love it. I thought that drawing the alligator on top of the holding up the hippo would have been way too much, but it was still a lot of fun to just do the hippo in one of those fun poses. Alright, I think we're all set here. Hope everybody had a good time. It's so funny that the chat rate kind of brings things down because all of you are actually drawing. But if nobody's chatting, it means that it's like a dead stream, quote unquote, which then means that only YouTube can't figure out what we're up to, basically. It's like, what are they doing over there? It's so ridiculous, some of the algorithmic things and like automated things that they do for this to evaluate how worthwhile a live stream is or how worthwhile some content is. Because I think everybody here has engaged with the content. It's just that because you're engaging in such a way that doesn't really allow for typing or like emphasize, hey, talk to me type of stuff versus like something where I'm at a theme park, it means that it's not as likely to recommend it to other people, which is hilarious to me. But anyway, I think I'm gonna call it here, guys, so let's start taking this apart. Alright, thank you guys so much for watching. I'll see you next week, same time, hopefully same place, and I'll have 3 new sketches for you guys to do, but please share them with me on social media, on Instagram or on Twitter or wherever it is that you guys find me, and I'll see you next week. Have a good night.